Merry meet, Annie here. And what did you think of the title for today's reflection? Amenity. I know, at first I thought of it as the nice little perks that are part of something. Like where I live, an amenity would be we have a neighborhood pool. The dictionary has a first definition of amenity as desirable or useful feature of a building or a place. Perhaps where you live there is an amenity or two or, well, even more. I've lived places that offered those kinds of nice little extras, but I've also lived places where I was just lucky to have a roof over my head. There was not an amenity in sight. The second definition of amenity, though, is what inspired this reflection. The pleasantness of a place. This isn't about fancy niceties or perks, although, well, they could make some place seem that much more pleasant. It's more, though, about what of a place is pleasant and what pleasantness can be found in a place. Perhaps, maybe even in a place that's not pleasant overall. If you were to look around you, what would you identify in your environment as an amenity? What is there that makes your world, well, just a little bit more of a pleasant experience? And of course I have a poem about that I wrote several years back. It's what led me to the consideration of amenities as, well, spiritual possibilities. And the poem is: Cat dozing on a windowsill, thankful for each ray of sun. Chickadee at the feeder, grateful for every gift of seed. Even in the cold of winter, there is comfort to be found. Beyond just enough, nature welcomes moments of bounty. Winter has its own way of nourish and nurture. Small moments of soft, even in the midst of apparent harshness. I will seek the bright moments in my life, thanking the universe for small gifts. Little luxuries are welcome here. Here's the thing about seeking out the pleasant places in life. We aren't necessarily wired to that by nature. We seek out the challenging or what makes us feel uneasy. That's our animal nature of watchfulness and preservation. We aren't necessarily as good at letting our guard down. In this season of winter, with its hard edges and frigid temperatures, which we can experience both literally and figuratively, we might not be as aware of the delightful, of the warming, the comforting, and the soft. But we might also be more keenly aware of that. The warmth in our houses when we are blessed to be able to pay the bills for the fuel that heats it. It's especially welcome when we return from being outside in the cold. For instance, when we're struggling in a relationship with someone that has gone cold, we just might count our blessings for the healthy and nurturing relationships that are part of our lives, no matter the one that may have gone cold. So along comes this reflection at this time of the year, and I am reminded to seek out the pleasant places in my life, to seek out moments of comfort, love, and joy, to literally, aligned to the season, seek out the places of sun that shine no matter the seeming harshness, and even the harshness in reality of the season. Amenities today for me would have been, well, no cat on the windowsill, but an old, tiny dog behind my shoulder on our windowsill, snoring away. And me, sharing with him the bright and warm sun coming through the window, even though the temperatures are well below freezing outside. A warm cup of tea and a good book, a telephone call from a friend, the smell of soup on the stove, a walk along the water with only animal companions, it being a season that there aren't too many people along the shore. The squirrel who, just as I typed this, came to the front door right over there and sat looking in. The sound of my husband's voice in the living room. That man spends a good part of his day singing. And who knows how much more there will be in the way of amenities before the end of my day. Exploring these things, the things my Nana would have called life's little blessings, are opportunities for gratitude. Especially gratitude for the small things, which aren't truly small, wouldn't you agree? What small beauties can you declare in your world today? What moments of warmth exist within your winter time? And the picture that is the thumbnail for this video and will follow now at the closing of it. Yep, that's our little bogey in the windowsill. However, a cloud had passed over the sun when I took it, so you didn't get to see him basking in warmth, but he was basking nonetheless. I wish you all mirth and reverence in the season of Yule. Merry part.